This is the one day that we've been anticipating this entire year long. Like, I can't even explain the excruciating pain. So this is honestly the last time we're most likely going to be hanging out together before the baby gets here, which is kind of crazy because Starbucks usually uses the Tazo brand, so I'm assuming I might like these ones best. I don't know. And that is all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Look who got a bath.
E.T.
Yum, look what Eldon just pulled fresh out the oven. We love our Pillsbury biscuits in this house. They're so good and flaky. I also love toasting them the next day, like splitting them in half and then just putting some butter. Eldon just recently got this one. It's a plant-based avocado oil butter. This one's actually really good. And then I like the tiniest bit of jam. This is the Hawaiian Sun guava jam. Eldon's mom brought me this when she came last time, but I heard that you can also get on Amazon. I don't know if that's like sketchy or not, but I just like the tiniest hint of it, so it lasts me literally forever. My king also just restocked me on my Nespresso half caffeinato pods. I honestly wasn't using this for so long because I was in my Breville era, but I've mentioned a few times on my stories that I cut out my daily caffeine intake. I still drink caffeine here and there, but Eldon found these for me and they come in clutch because they only have half caffeine. So when you need a little extra boost but don't want to do like the full caffeine, you can opt for these, and they're so bomb. And honestly, it's crazy because I don't even drink coffee every day anymore. When I do, I usually drink like decaf, but then when I want to pick me up, I'll drink the half caffeine ones. And then if not, I just drink like apple juice or even just teas because I've been surviving without it. And no, you don't need to cut it out. I mean, obviously it's up to you, but a lot of doctors nowadays say you can have at least 1 cup a day. But I don't know, just for personal preference, I decided to take out my daily intake. But yeah, this is like great when I'm like extra exhausted. I still get my coffee and a little bit of energy from it. This is my favorite part. And then I always like topping it off with some cinnamon. See, even us prego girlies don't have to be left out. Like, look how beautiful that looks. Yum. Daddy just came home with a surprise for you guys. You guys want a bone? One for Koa, one for Maui. He's like, what is this? It is September 9th, which is our official due date. Baby is not here, which honestly, we didn't think that baby was gonna come on the exact day. I know it's like kind of not rare, but like it's just an estimated date. But it's just crazy that this day is finally here. This is the one day that we've been anticipating this entire year long, but yeah, we're just chilling, watching the fights right now. And honestly, the baby could make its grand appearance later today, but I have no signs of labor. I'm just exhausted AF, super tired, and just the prego vibes. Do you guys know? How you feeling?
Waiting. Still.
We're just anticipating the moment for any signs to happen. It's been harder and harder to get sleep at night, so I'm just honestly like, I mentioned before, I'm patient for baby. Like, we're not in a rush for our baby to come out. It can take as long as it wants to bake, but my body is giving out. Like, oh, it is so hard to get up, sit down, stand up, move around, go to sleep. Like, oh man, I give us women props because pregnancy is no joke, especially like these last final days. It's just like, oh, I'm tired. I am tired. We had a moment earlier just thinking like how crazy it'll be if the baby comes on the 14th, which is Hanale's birthday. I know we mentioned that, I think when we first announced our pregnancy. I don't think we've talked about it since, but Eldon has a feeling that the baby might come on Hannah's birthday. So if it does, that will be honestly insane. And I don't know, we got super emotional like talking about it earlier today, and thinking about him makes me I don't want to talk about it. I already cried all my tears earlier, but it's just hard because it's like when we found out that we were pregnant, Hanalei was still here. So obviously we thought he would be here with us during this really special time. But I also do feel like he sent us this baby because you guys know we got a lot of negatives until we finally got a positive, and it just all happened at like the same time. But yeah, at this point we're just kind of really taking it easy. As tired as I am, I'm still getting stuff done around the house just because I rather have like nothing on the agenda when the baby gets here. I just want to be able to fully relax because I thought these last few weeks I'd be able to like chill and do absolutely nothing while waiting for the baby, but we've had so much going on. I've been trying to film and it's like hard to edit and get that motivation, and also, you know, getting things taken care of around the house. But I'm still trying to push myself and get things done while I can, because I know once we get the baby here, we're going to be tired. We're probably not going to have any sleep or any time to do anything. So we're trying to get it all done in these days while we wait. But we also have to wash the dogs and probably do laundry, just trying to stay active. So we'll keep you guys updated. We're all patiently waiting. Look who got a bath.
E.T.
Daddy washed you, Maui? Feels like a massage, huh? Piggy number 2. You're gonna activate silly boy mode. He gets all silly. Oh, that feels so good, huh, Cole? Y'all, today I woke up so down bad. Pregnancy carpal tunnel is in full effect. My hands were so numb and like my veins were like popping out like crazy. And it's kind of like calmed down a little more now, but my fingers are so swollen and aching in pain. So I'm like trying to do this ice bath. A lot of the ice melted, but it's so cold. Feels like my hand's getting like chopped off. But I'm like, this is the only thing I can think of that'll like somewhat bring relief. But oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. I used to get this a lot when I was doing like clients' makeup full time before. But it's been a while since I've felt it this bad. And it's just like literally aching. Feels like my fingers are gonna explode. It has been a very hard day. Today would have been our Hanalei's 8th birthday, and it's just been a really rough year, like overall without him, but today really hit me hard and just had me in the trenches, if I'm being honest. It's honestly really hard to look at photos and videos of him. Like, I feel like it's always going to be too soon and I'll never be ready. But today I really had to dive deep all the way from 8 years ago to pull some videos to make like a little reel that I posted on Instagram, and that was hard. Like, honestly, I was crying the whole time, and I've been crying majority of the day. And then I took a moment to like lay down in bed and just kind of like be sad and let those emotions out, you know? And it's crazy because like everyone says pregnancy, like moms are very emotional and like the hormones kick in. But if anything, I've been the opposite of emotional. Like this whole pregnancy, I feel like I cry more when I'm not pregnant. And nothing ever hits that spot. Like, I never cry, I never get emotional through this whole pregnancy, but as soon as my baby is brought up in my memories and I think about him, or Eldon and I start reminiscing and talking about Hannah, like, I lose it. We both do. And it's like a snowball effect. Like, as soon as one of us start crying, the both of us start crying. It's our reality now, and it's hard to come to terms with. Like, it just never gets easier. If you guys have lost a pet or a loved one, like, obviously you know what I'm feeling right now, and I can't believe it's been this long. When we first lost him, I felt like time was just frozen, especially because I was so sick, and I was literally like debilitated. Like, I couldn't even get out of bed. I only got up to like shower. It just felt like I was never going to heal from it. And although a lot of months have gone by now, I still feel that brokenness inside, and I'm so excited to meet my baby. And I know it will fill a huge like emptiness in our hearts. Nothing will ever replace Hanale. Like, he has his own spot in our lives and our hearts. It's crazy because it all happened within the same time, which was like so bittersweet. And you guys know, if you've been following our journey, that it took us a while to get pregnant, and I kept getting negative, and then right before he passed away, we finally got a positive. So I was like, this is literally a sign. Like, he sent us this baby. I've been manifesting and anticipating this day, September 14th, to have our baby. And I thought, like, okay, that would be literally insane, but also like a sign from him. I don't know if it sounds silly, but like, I didn't have the baby, but it's all in God's timing and it's in his hands. And you know, today just wasn't meant to be. But we are now literally a day away from 1 week post due date. I've just been trying to stay patient and optimistic, because I feel like the further along we get, the more weaker my mentality gets. Like, I feel like I'm less and less strong because my body's getting weaker. And it's crazy because even just the way I feel physically and mentally this week from last week is like a huge decrease. So I've been watching a lot of videos from like, you know, other moms, and trying to stay positive, to remind myself that we are built for this. And there's obviously a lot of things that we can do naturally to help induce labor, like eating dates, drinking raspberry leaf tea, exercising on the ball, doing curb walks, walking, practice breathing. Everyone's been saying sexy time. And literally there's so many things that you can do to help your body kind of get ready for it. But y'all, I've been doing everything, like everything. And the baby's still not here, so obviously I'm not trying to force it out. But like I said, the bigger I get, it has honestly just been so hard. Like, so hard. I say this in every video, but you can even hear it just the way I'm breathing. Like, it's hard for me to even breathe. I have pre-existing herniated discs in my lower spine, which I was getting therapy for years before I even got pregnant, which was one of my biggest concerns before we started trying getting pregnant. You know, I talked to my chiropractor asking if I was even able to carry a pregnancy. This was one of my biggest like concerns and worries, but he's like, you honestly won't know until you go through it. And although I've experienced a lot of back pain throughout this whole pregnancy, these last few weeks have been miserable. There's nights where I've had to wake up Eldon to help me to the bathroom because I can't even like walk, because my hips and back just are completely given out. And it's so embarrassing to say this, but I even have a cane to help me, mostly at night, because it's like when your body is like asleep and you get up, like, oh my god, my back is just like gone. Like, I can't even explain the excruciating pain that I experienced. But yeah, it's just been hard. And then, you know, on top of that, my nausea came back. So it's like, can't all be rainbows and butterflies. But I feel like we've been so raw and open and honest with you guys about this whole journey that I really wanted to kind of document these final moments before the baby gets here and share it with you guys, because even if it can help, you know, bring a little light to other moms out there that are experiencing the same thing as me and doing a natural birth, a home birth, or, you know, an unmedicated birth. Hopefully I can encourage you, because I feel like we gotta stick together, because it's hard. Like, even me, I have my weak moments and I'm still like, can I do this? Like, it's not too late to change my mind and go get induced and go to the hospital. But at the same time, I know in my heart, like I mentioned in my home birth video, that I know I was meant to do it this way. So I'm trusting myself, I'm trusting my gut. And, you know, Eldon's been so extremely supportive, so supportive, you know, even when it comes down to like just helping me pick things off the ground if I drop it, or massaging me and my back. From everything that I've learned and watched from other moms, a lot of this is driven through, you know, your mental thoughts and just staying strong through it. So that's what I've been trying to do. And on top of that, you know, trying to stay active around the house, because one of the birth doulas that I watch, she is really, really knowledgeable and shares so much education. I think it's Built to Birth. That's her YouTube channel. I've been watching a lot of her videos because she has tons of videos on like everything you need to know about birth and like breathing, like literally everything. She did say, like, in the final days, as hard as it is, as much pain as you're in, you have to stay active. And she says, if you're sitting on the couch, your baby's sitting on the couch, and your baby's not going to want to come out if they're chilling. So I've literally been active around the house, cleaning every day and just making sure the house stays sparkling. And then we go on our daily walks, I curb walk, and literally, like I mentioned earlier, we've been doing everything. We're just waiting it out, and hopefully baby Chevy wants to make their grand entrance soon. Anyway, I just got out of the shower and I wanted to do a mask while I came to catch up with you guys, and I got so deep into conversation that I haven't even done it yet. So this is honestly the last time we're most likely going to be hanging out together before the baby gets here, which is kind of crazy because I just don't think I have it in me to film anything else beyond this until the birth, which I don't even know how I'm going to do that, to be honest. Like, filming is probably going to be the last thing I'm going to want to do once labor starts, but I'm going to try my best, because even if it weren't for like sharing it with you guys, I still want those memories for our family and ourselves, you know? So I'm going to try my hardest, but I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop because everyone's wondering where the baby is. And so are we, mama. I love this mask. It feels so nice when it goes on. This one is the Restorative Clay Facial Beauty Mask from Teamy. And it is the prettiest, like, periwinkle. I usually use this one like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I really like it. Back to the topic of dates. Y'all, I hate dates. They are so disgusting to me. So I usually just hide them in a smoothie. So I actually have 2 different drinks that I've been, I guess, hiding them in. One is a date shake and the other one is just a pina colada smoothie, which I've just been experimenting. I'm like, let me just sneak them in and see if it's like a hit or miss, because I tried eating them with just like peanut butter on them and I'm like, ugh, like I literally can't. I feel like dates are one of those things that people either like or hate. There's no in between. And I'm one of those that unfortunately just can't get past them. But the way I've been making them, you can't even taste them at all. I promise you, I literally cannot even tell they're in there. So I'm gonna probably make that with you guys tomorrow and I'll show you what I do, because it's like my little prego mama trick, I guess. Okay, that just took me like 10 years to put my mask on. It's just because like when I'm filming, I get sidetracked. I mention this every single time. It's hard for me to do like two things at once. It takes me extra long, but the mask is on and now I just need to let it set. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention that I finally did, because I was so scared to do throughout this entire pregnancy, was see my chiropractor. I was just scared. Like, honestly, I know they do prenatal like adjustments and stuff, but I was honestly too scared to go. But my midwives highly suggested it, so I went to get adjusted and it was quite nice. Obviously I still feel pain every day, but after getting adjusted I definitely felt like he released 9, almost 10 months at this point of view of tension in my lower back especially. So that was nice. And then there is a massage therapist at my chiropractor also, but she specializes in like sports therapy. I feel like she knows more of the medical side of things while also being a professional masseuse. So she was so knowledgeable on like my herniated disc and like the lower spine, and she like felt where like the bulging discs are and everything. So she really focused on the areas that I'm experiencing the worst pain, and it relieved a lot of tension and stress in my back. And then she also did like lymphatic drainage in that area. Long story short, I don't know what I was so scared about. I should have went sooner, but it's okay because now I went. And even though we're days away from baby's arrival, I think I'm gonna try and go one more time. And people say it helps like induce labor if anything, so that'd be good. I feel like I've been talking for literally a million years now, but that was the whole point, was to come and hang out with you guys at least one last time before I become a mother, which is absolutely crazy to me. But I really want to share my date shake with you guys, so we'll do that tomorrow. And yeah, we'll catch up then. Y'all, can we just talk about how excited I am that pumpkin season is finally back? Eldiana went to Target and got a bunch of ingredients for us to recreate it at home. He got a few different brands for us to try just to see which one we like best. But Starbucks usually uses the Tazo brand, so I'm assuming I might like these ones best. I don't know. He also got the tea bag, so we have so many different options to kind of experiment with. He also picked up the pumpkin puree. I have half and half. I have soy milk, so I'm just going to be like experimenting. It also requires pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon. I might even dust a little bit of nutmeg on there. So I don't know, once I find like my perfect concoction, maybe I'll make a TikTok or something just to keep you guys updated, or in a future vlog we can make it together. So we're probably gonna make a non-dairy vegan version, obviously, for Eldon, and then we will make the regular dairy thick creamy version for me. I've seen so many different like TikToks and reels on like the pumpkin cream cold foam, and then also like the chai tea latte. And so we're just gonna try a bunch of stuff and I'll keep you guys posted. But anyway, we're gonna make my date shake. It's almost 1:30 in the morning. This is usually the time that I drink my shakes because I just feel like it's more of like a dessert vibe. Actually, just kidding. I'm kind of craving my pina colada tonight and I ran out of frozen pineapple, so I'm just gonna make the basic version of it. Pineapple juice is also known to help like induce labor naturally, so I've been drinking a lot of pineapple juice. But for this, it's so simple and surprisingly like I literally was experimenting and I didn't know if it was gonna come out disgusting, but you can't even taste the dates at all. Okay, so the first step is put your water to boil. I actually like to soak them first so they get soft. Sorry, it's gonna get a little bit bubbly up in here, but these are the dates that I've been eating. This is already my third or fourth container of them. Eldon got them from Trader Joe's and they're the medjool dates. Allegedly, you're supposed to have 5 a day to just help like the cervix soften, if you will. So what I like to do is put them in a mug. Dude, like, tell me why I literally just can't eat these straight up. Like, trust me, I've tried. They're naturally so sweet, so you can add water, soften them, and blend it and use it as like a sweetener, a syrup, like even in like a date bread, a date muffin. Honestly, there's so many things you can do with it. So yeah, you can get creative with them. And that is basically what I did. So I just put enough water to cover the dates, like so. I'll let that sit for like, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes, depending on how much time I have. And for this one, I'm telling you guys, it's so basic. I just put my can of pineapple juice. I had my coconut milk in here, but I didn't think I had that much. So I have a new one and ice, and that's it. It's a little bit more on like the icy juicy side because I don't have the frozen pineapple, but if you want to add like banana or like more frozen fruit to it, it'll give it more of like a smoothie vibe. So yeah, super basic, super quick, and you get your dates in like just like that. I will link the recipe for the date shake down below. It's more of a peanut buttery banana kind of smoothie, which my mom used to make my entire childhood, and she would call it monkey flip. So this is like a monkey date flip, and you can alter it however you want, obviously, to like your taste. When I make my fruit smoothies with a lot of like frozen chunks and frozen fruit, I usually use this one just because it blends a lot better. But for my quick date pina colada, I just use this one. I just shake up my pineapple juice. So as you can see, my coconut cream or coconut milk, I think it was coconut cream. Eldon also got this one from Trader's. Can't remember the brand, but this other one over here is a different one. So hopefully it comes out good. But honestly, any coconut cream or coconut milk you have will work just fine. Ooh, she thick. Actually, the thicker the better to me, because then it just makes it more like smoothie-like. And sorry, I do not have measurements because I literally just eyeball it and then I blend it. I taste it. If it's good, cool. If not, I keep adding more. I poured out some of the water because it was still so hot and I don't got time to wait right now. But I'm just gonna add a bunch of ice. I'm just gonna pour down the dates now with the ice. Oops, maybe too much. Just pop those buggers right in. And then I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of organic soy milk, just like that, and blend away, my friends. And that is all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Just pour it in a nice little cup. Perfecto. And you got yourself a nice little date pina colada, labor inducing, naturally smoothie. So good. It's even better with frozen pineapple because it just gives it more like frozen pineapple. But I think the dates just really help to like balance out like the tanginess, so it adds the perfect amount of natural sweetness without being like too sweet. Cheers. If y'all have any like suggestions besides the normal pineapple juice, dates, sex to time, curb walk, exercise, stretch, bounce a ball, what else am I missing? Literally everything. Like, I have been getting so many DMs from you guys also, like with your suggestions, and girl, we've been trying, but we're just waiting. So if you guys are not pregnant, this is such a good smoothie. I'm gonna continue drinking it, probably with the dates too, because they're a really good source of fiber as well. So I don't know, might just become a new thing. But this is where I say good night, and hopefully we will be seeing you real soon. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.